I wish I had more hands so I could give those titties 4 thumbs down.
Stephen A. Smith, sports analyst and political commentator. Smith has established a recurring public pattern of disparaging commentary directed at prominent black women across politics, sports, and media. Such commentary reinforces harmful narratives, undermines the fair and respectful representation of black women in public discourse, and stands in direct conflict with the NABJ's long-standing commitment to accurate, responsible, and inclusive portrayals of black communities. Thumbs down. That is what the National Association of Black Journalists had to say about Stephen A. That is what a lot of the community has had to say about Stephen A. Because every time he gets an opportunity to talk down to the black community, he takes full advantage of it. Here's a reminder of some of Stephen A.'s best work. 11 years ago, he said black Americans are loyal to Democrats and that reduces our leverage. Suggested black voters should consider voting Republican en masse for one election so neither party takes them for granted. Washington Post. Criticized backlash against Martin O'Malley for saying all lives matter. Asked what he was supposed to say and argued saying all lives matter shouldn't be objectionable when the proof has always been that the other lives mattered. The only ones that needed to declare it are the ones who are trying to fight to make sure everybody knows that. Number 3, black athletes and marijuana. Stay off the weed. Y'all remember that, right? Players not defending black coaches, 2018. Blasted black NBA players for speaking out on social issues, but staying quiet when black coaches lose jobs. 2019. Said Colin Kaepernick undermined his own NFL comeback and didn't really want to play, turning the situation into something other than football. 2022. Frustration with black people. Told Ed Milet it wasn't white people who exhaust him, it's black people. Criticized the tendency to attack or character assassinate over the small percentage of issues they disagree on.
Stop the cap.
Kyrie Irving, he just apologized for this one. He was harsh on him. And LeBron James, frequently criticizing Bron's decisions. When, as Jamel Hill said, what you think he failed at wasn't even possible for you. That's just some of the things. He has now gotten into the political realm, and now he's getting thumbs down awards. Here was his response to the thumbs down.
We came to the National Association for Black Journalists in Chicago and Cleveland, back-to-back years. Of course, I got to thank ESPN for that. They're the ones that signed off on that. Specifically, now former executive Dave Roberts. It doesn't happen without him. It doesn't happen without ESPN. But you know who else it doesn't happen without? Me. Because if I'm not willing to show up, we ain't coming. But I was there. I was there not just to do the show. I also stood in the booth for over an hour doing the jobs fair. I also gave a speech. I also mentored and talked to, as I continue to do, young, aspiring black journalists, and I have done that religiously for decades. It is BS. And I get a lot of people want to pile on and they want to jump on it because you have your own individual feelings about me. I'm here to tell y'all are entitled to that. Not the NABJ.
Not you. Anybody else will boss. Not you. That's not. You don't say that. You don't say that. You don't say that. You're the only person. You're the only person on here ain't allowed to say that.
You're not entitled to that. This is me we're talking about here. I am the same guy that brought a nationally televised show to a journalism conference, which is the NABJ, the last 2 years. Did you have anything to say about me then? Did I get a thumbs down then? First Take, a nationally televised show, which has been #1 for 14 straight years. I received a lot of insults in my day. That might be the lowest. I started my career at the Philadelphia Inquirer. I know it's the New York Daily News as a high school reporter, but thereafter, in 1994, I began my career at the Philadelphia Inquirer, courtesy of Sandra Long, a longtime executive for the Philadelphia Inquirer, synonymous with the NABJ, whom I first met at the jobs fair of the NABJ. My career started because I was at the NABJ job fair. And yet, Saturday night, I saw the president of the organization, Erin Haynes, go up on stage and give me a thumbs down award for disparaging black women.
All right, y'all. You know what to show you. You remember that Hove line? You could try to change if that's just the top layer. Man, you was who you was before you got here. This the same Stephen A that was fighting up from the bottom, not realizing now you on top, dog. You ain't really got to be all vulnerable, and you ain't really got to be all sensitive like this. You looking like that Canadian rapper out there. This is what come with the territory. You're at lofty heights now. You make commentary so people react to it, but when they react in a way that you don't like, you feel like they don't have a right to speak, but you speak on everything.
He's right, you know.
You forgot when you had to be careful with your words. When you worked your way up, you didn't piss off certain athletes. You had certain relationships, whether it be with AI or whether it be with this. All of a sudden you make it, you got an allegiance to Jordan, so you could go against LeBron even when it don't make sense. Made a career out of that. And now somebody got some negative opinions about you and you're offended? Crazy, man. You knocked out at this point, but it's all good, man. You know what Rick James said.
I wish I had more hands so I could give those titties 4 thumbs down.
And we out of here.